Hi guys, it's Chess Learning for Life here, back with another video. Today we're looking at a game between David Bronstein and Bronstein versus a guy called Berger, and this is kind of a famous game by David Bronstein, and he he played very well. So this started as an English opening, but soon transfers into a Queen's Gambit decline, and just the most traditional variation. Just this line, best line recommended from the engine, and just normal developing move. If you want to learn more about like this D4 course and like the Queen's Gambit decline and just D4 in general, make sure to check out my other video about the D4. There's everything inside if you want to play D4 as your first move instead of like the traditional E4 or the sideline C4. And personally, I love playing D4. I played D4 for my whole life, bro. It's like my life depends on it. A very common idea. If you check my course, it's like after your bishop move, the opponent often takes your pawn, your c4, like your gambit pawn, because now you just wasted a move. He wasted a tempo. Like he made you waste a tempo because your bishop has to move twice instead of just going there in one move. But this is kind of unavoidable because you have to castle. Like probably you could delay it for for like one more move with a rook c1. Very common idea, going for this half open c file, but you have just bishop d3. It's an engine move. c5, very common idea, just striking back in the center. This is a 2-on-1 for the center, so you just strike back the center with a c5 push. Castle takes. Now, knight takes, queen takes, and pawn takes. Both okay. I would kind of prefer knight takes here, because like it prevents an isolated d pawn and moves the knight to a good square, but engine gives it good because maybe this knight is better off like in the king side defending and taking with the queen. Yeah, queen h4 is an idea. It is a viable idea, but you'll see it later. The pawn takes, and yep, bishop b3 to not block the defense of this d4 pawn, and because after all, let's look at like rook c8 is a very just common move, just going for the open c file. Very common in the Queen's Gambit. Just make sure to check out my d4 course. And knight d5, given an accuracy, but like for why? And if you are wondering like why not take this bishop, like go for a bishop pair, like it's always good. That's principal chess. But at the higher level, like principal chess does not always work, because like after queen takes, look at the pressure on this pawn. Like maybe like look at the pressure building up, right? And then I'm figure out why this doesn't work. Bishop takes f6. Oh, okay. Very. Always have to look for tactics, but yeah, just here this pressure on this pawn just makes this not good for white. Like white wants to play upon his little advantage of moving first, just moving first. And now you see the queen still gets to the h file this way. Like instead of recapturing and going to h4, he goes to h3. Now a6, what was Berger thinking about? Like, what was a6 here? It's not to prevent this. a6 is officially an ununderstandable move. Inunderstandable. Sorry, guys. But a6, like what? Here, b5 blunder. Okay, so maybe his idea was this, but like, what are you doing on the queen side? Like, this is the wrong play, and this just blunders it tactically. Because here, find the correct move, pause the video. Here the correct move is bishop takes f6. But why? If knight takes, find the next move, pause the video. Some puzzle time here, but bishop takes e6 is very strong. Can't take back because then everything hangs and you have to sack the rook for it. And if you don't take, you just lose pawn. Yeah, you know? And this rook is under attack. And just everything falls apart. And we can see about bishop takes. Now find the move. Just how fascinating, like how there are a lot of puzzling ideas here, but knight takes f7. And like obviously not king takes because it just steps into here. King g6 and it just gets hunted down. And this knight is hanging. But if just rook takes, just very, very devastating. And how do you save this knight? You can't. Because if you move this away, look at this rook. This poor rook. Right, you know? It's like this knight is pinned. Rook can't help defend. And just here, knight takes. And just queen takes here and here. And even maybe your rook is lost. Yeah, no, because you can move your king and here, just look at, oops, sorry, my bad. Just look at this, +3. The material advantage is insane. But wait, let's go back right here. Bronstein, amazingly, misses the idea. See, even chess.com gave Bronstein this, but and Berger blundered again. But why this time? Find out the correct move, the best move. So, I'll give you the second best move first. Is bishop takes f6. After knight takes c6, queen takes and d5. Just break everything apart. Can't take, and you know, it's the advantage is relying on a very strong open file and a pass pawn, and you could take here and go for some ideas, but there's always a better move. Knight takes c6 first. Now Rubinstein finds that. And then after Berger plays rook takes c6, now you take knight. And in this position, Berger actually resigned. Like, here it's hopeless. Why? After takes a6 or g6, you lose the rook. And there's still d5, very strong move. Cannot take. It's just going all the way. And although it's only an exchange up, but this d pawn, just you remember like when e takes d4 instead of knight takes or queen takes. This is why. Isolated d pawn can be very, very tactical and very strong. And here another choice is just taking down here and sacking the queen for rook and a bishop, but rook takes e6 is just crazy. It's even given a brilliancy, like just everything falls apart. This pawn runs. Like there's no hope. After this, there's therefore Berger resigned in this position. So I'll give some conclusion here. Like key takeaways is after the bishop moves, if you're black, after the bishop move is in like the queen's gambit, take the pawn, make white lose tempo, and then just c5 striking the center, taking with play aggressively with an isolated d pawn, because in the end it's gonna be a very valuable target for black. And here a very good lesson, just never do nothing. This is considered nothing, like in my standpoint. And then here, calculate deeply. Like in these complicated situations, actually calculate. Sit down and calculate. Like with blitz, maybe you can't, but for rapid, classical, and just like those rapid in tournament games, calculate it. Like for real. And then like here, it's an example of always look for a better move. And just absolutely demolishing, like just played on like 1 and 2 blunders and just calculating like precisely. Bishop c2, that miss was kind of but in the end Bronstein still managed to calculate precisely. A very nice game played out of the queen's gambit declined, and I hope you learned something from today's video. Like and subscribe for more chess content, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.